Afrobeat.
If you want make a ginger, give me kokoro.
And inspiration.
We got to go way up.
Fire 716 Radio, playing the best in urban and inspirational music. Fire 716 Radio. From old school to new school, from live to the church, from praise and worship to a twerk session. It's Fire 716 Radio, playing the best in urban and inspirational music.
TGIFF. Thank God it's Fatima Fridays, going down every Friday at 10 a.m. right here on Fire 716 Radio. Listen, you don't want to miss the Dear Auntie Letter, the prizes, the giveaways, and the community conversation. It's lit, it's fire, it's a flame, it's off the chain with my homegirl Fatima Mathews. So lit, I had to call it Fatima Friday, so I say it again, like I said it before. TGIFF.
Guys, and we're back. Fatima Fridays. We are in the building, and guess what? Y'all know it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Welcome, 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 guys. Thank you so much for being here again. Well, as y'all know, I am Fatima, hence Fatima Fridays, and y'all already know it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. I am the CEO of Strong Heart to Soul Incorporated, a business where we educate, prevent, and work to eradicate heart disease in underserved communities. So that is who I am, what I do. You guys can all get a hold of me if you need to at my email, mznature, that's mznature @gmail.com. So we are.
Oh, that was you.
Yes, that's
okay.
me.
She gave me that email. I thought it was like a ghostwriter or something. Okay, all right, cool.
You know, when that was like my first email back in the day. My radio, I was Ms.
Yeah,
Nature,
that makes sense.
On my college radio station, I was Ms. Nature. So that's where that all came from. I ain't gonna get into it because college was crazy.
Yeah,
but we have a special guest in the room today. I am so excited for this gentleman to be here with us. His name is Mark Overall. He's right out of Buffalo, New York, and he, like I said, he's going to drop some jewels with us. He's a part of the National Urban League,
Young Professionals,
Buffalo Urban
chapter,
League, all of that good stuff. He a part of it all. So we're going to pick his head about it. You know, we're going to get in his business. But Big Frank is going to drop some music. Hey. Yes, it's a cousin affair.
Say what?
Melinda said, hi, Frank.
Hey.
You hear him, Melinda? Say what? Girl, you know what's up. And we are back, Fatima Fridays, guys. You already know it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. We have a few different topics today. I think we're going to kind of be all over the place because we definitely going to get in Mark's business a little bit. So we're going to get in your business. He looks scared.
He just gave us the side eye.
I'm always ready. I'm always ready.
We're going to talk about business, of course, because that's the main thing that we're here for, to talk about the Buffalo Young Professionals Buffalo Urban League. And we're going to talk about that as well. But I definitely want to talk about some relationship and stuff thrown in there. And also this guy, y'all, is this singer, this new singer. He's new to me. Shout out to my Uncle Timmy for putting me on. I've been listening. His name is October London. Oh, yeah.
October London. That's
And he intense. They is calling him. I think he's a lot younger than me, but I'm just saying. They're calling him like the next Marvin Gaye or Smokey Robinson.
Wow.
Oh, so he's an artist.
He's a new artist. He's extremely handsome, ladies. But he's young, so I'll just say, when I say young, I mean like 24, 25-ish, I guess. But he's really cute. I just said it.
What about vocals? Good vocals.
I'm gonna have to search him out.
Good vocals.
She said it twice, so it has to be real.
He can sing too, but I mean, who's really listening? We can look at him. No, I'm kidding. But I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Y'all should have seen Big
Shout out to the thirst trap, right? Okay.
I feel like Frank, you're gonna be done after today. After conversation.
Listen, I am really just kidding, but he's a phenomenal singer. Like, really, I think he came out of like Milwaukee or something.
Oh, nice.
Like, so and now he's signed with Death Row. Wow. Yeah, so so that's crazy. But it is not like, because Snoop Dogg got Death Row, and they supposedly they like coming back from like the Death Row really.
Yeah,
death.
the
Like,
real welcome to Death Row.
Yeah. So now he's trying to bring a lighter appeal to Death Row without changing the Death Row name. Get it? Okay, but this gentleman is their first artist, and his name is October London, and he can sing.
Have to check him out.
He sings, y'all. He sings.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check him out.
Okay, so like I was saying, guys, we got Mark overall in the building by way of Buffalo, New York.
Hey.
Mark is the president of the Young Professionals Buffalo Urban League Young Professionals. Yes, that is what he's. I'm telling you, I know it, but I'm just.
I have a card. You can read it if you want to. If you want.
I'm gonna tell you guys too. Mark is a jokester.
No, I'm just. I just want to be. I'm
sorry.
Want to be what? I wanted it to be an ET flow. I'm sorry. I love Fatima. I love Fatima.
Well, you know what?
We're gonna get in your business.
Oh yeah, just because, and then it'll just you can just read it, and then because it's like some of the words are inverted and all of that stuff. So we.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Y'all know who
Buffalo
he is.
Urban League Young Professionals.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you see the clarity that comes with it, right?
I think she had it. She was close. She had all the words.
Just not in the right order. Come on now.
I'm joking.
Anyways, Mark, we're gonna get in your business a little bit about about you first, about you personally.
Okay.
So then we'll move into your position.
Okay.
One may say. So why did you join the Urban League, the National Urban League?
I tell a story a lot. So I was visiting I was still living down south, and I came home for Christmas. It was Christmas of 2014 going into 2015, and I was bored, so I was just scrolling on Facebook looking for something to do, and I came across this thing on Facebook event said general body meeting young professionals. So I'm like, I'm a young professional, I'll go. And I went there, and it was at the Urban League building. Our founding president at the time, Stephanie now Foreman Robinson, she presided over the meeting, and I was blown away. I was in a room full of people that looked like me. They had their own leaders, they had their own ideas, their own programming, their own budget, their own they just had their own flow. And coming from a city where it was somewhat of an older order, it really captivated me how young people were doing this, like 20 and 30 something. So at the time, I didn't know it was a national thing. So I went back to Alabama and I told my friend, hey, we need to move to Buffalo and join this thing called the Young Professionals, not knowing there was a chapter in Birmingham. But so yeah, when I wound up joining in 2015, but I was living in Baltimore, so I was like commuting back and forth for different service events and whatnot. And then when I moved back in 2018, I jumped on the leadership team and was community service chair for 3 years, and then I became president in 2021.
All right, that is wonderful. Congratulations. He's been president since 2021.
Right.
Now it's 2023, so you've been there for a minute. You like the job? Are you going to continue this job?
It's
Are you elected?
It's an elected position. So, and we actually do have elections again. So it's been something I've been thinking about. Yeah.
What was it important that you got that mentorship from others?
Yeah, well, because we're a younger chapter, let me turn this off. I thought I did. Okay, I did. All right. So because we're a younger chapter, I was fortunate enough to be around for all five. I'm the fifth, all four presidents before me. So yes, I was able to like see how different presidents move. And then I know a lot of people around the country too. So and when we sit on this this thing called the COP, the Council of Presidents. So there's Austin, Texas, Houston, Los Angeles. So I'm connected with presidents around the country in the young professionals movement. So yeah, I was able to kind of like learn and glean how certain people move and rock. But you're gonna bring into it your own flavor, right? You got to have your own vision. And for me, I had my vision about how I wanted the chapter to run and different things I wanted to do in the city. And it's been it's challenging at times, but it's ultimately been a good ride.
Okay, cool. So you're the president of the young professionals
Right.
portion. When did that portion, young professionals, start?
So you talking about Buffalo or locally? I mean, or nationally?
Buffalo.
Okay, so technically, our chapter was formed in 2012, but it officially launched in 2013, which is why we're celebrating our 10th anniversary. Shout out to our 10-year anniversary gala, June 24th. Birchfield Penny Art Center, right?
Okay, let me get this out.
Yeah, let's shout that out.
On June 24th,
right,
the young professionals are having a gala.
Right.
And this gala, we at Fatima Fridays and Fire 716 have been invited to.
I guess so. Sure.
Yes, we have. Look,
we extended it to all of them. Sure. Right. Okay.
So we are very excited to.
You gonna bring an orange or no? Okay.
No.
All right.
No oranges.
Okay.
We are very excited to be at this gala. I've even brought a dress. Can you believe that? I did something for myself.
Oh yeah, you did say the team. The team. You needed a team. You're right.
Yeah, right. I did.
You did say that.
Now, what if I did show up with an orange?
I'm gonna plead the fifth. I'm sorry.
We are very excited because it's going to be like one of our first big remotes.
Yeah.
So we are very excited to be there.
Okay.
And if there's anything that I'm extending myself,
all right.
If there's anything that you need me to do, work related,
right,
for the young professionals, since I'm not young or really professional, I would love to help out just a little bit.
Well, I did. I based on your statement to me before, I did let some business owners know that they would be possibly in a position to be, interviewed slightly, say something about their business. Cause I really am like very, very connected into the, tapped into the Black business community in Buffalo and Arkansas. But so I did tell a few of them, hey, there may be this live podcast where you can say a few words about your business and, what you do and how you're supporting the young professionals. Cause like we've invited all of our partners. Like if you've been a part of Black Restaurant Week, you're a complimentary guest. If you've given us a space, you're a complimentary guest. If you've been a speaker, you're a complimentary guest. So it's really, and so many of our guests are business owners. So because of that, the business community is very, very important to me and important to the YP movement. So yes, I'm hoping that they will be able to take advantage of that live podcast.
Absolutely. We here at Fatima Fridays, Fire 716 Radio, we love the community itself. We are a community station. We are here for the community. And I don't just mean my outside, my four wall community. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean the community as a whole. So we are worldwide. If you're in Montgomery, Alabama, or wherever, I'm here for your community.
I lived there 10 years. Yeah.
That I can do, definitely let me know. And you can get to me at my email address, mznature@gmail.com. That's mznature@gmail.com. And Big Frank gonna hit us with some music, and we'll be right back.
Okay. Take a pause. Pause for the cause.
Yes. What is my song?
Oh wow. Oh, snap. Oh, wow. Right there. Are you able to?
The screen is like literally right there.
Okay. It's literally right there. When we come back. This is kind of close.
No, it's fine. As long as I don't kick it down. Right. It's a single too. Right. Are you single too?
I felt like I was like so close.
Okay. And if so, we just push it back. Yeah, so we're talking about, professionalism. So, for example, in other countries, it's good that people sit together and have this kind of thing. So when I went to Africa, it was just like Africa. But yes, there is some like divide in money. But other than that, everybody shares lives.
I haven't been to the motherland. I just didn't know it.
I went to visit a place called Mauritania. So it's Morocco is here, and then it's under.
That's where you're from?
No, I just visited it.
Okay. Where you from?
But I grew up in Denmark.
Okay.
The Danish Norwegian, they don't smile much in Denmark.
Okay.
When the sun is out, they take out all the clothes, but I don't do that part. They go sunbathing.
Right.
Have you been to Denmark?
I've never been. Let me
It's an easy trip. It's only 6 hours. Like, only 6 hours.
how many times did you do that? Oh, so your family's still there? Well, yeah, we only have one. Right? One mom is still there. Yeah, I have one too.
Every day.
Looks like we're about to get ready.
Okay.
Girl, you know it's all the same.
Oh, see, now the resume thing is down there. Okay, wait, I could flip.
Do people know?
Does people know what?
Nothing. We'll talk.
Is it on now?
Okay. And we are back, Fatima Fridays, guys. And it is a party over here. Y'all already know it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. We are with the infamous Mark Overall.
Now I'm infamous.
Yep.
Wow.
He's infamous now. I said so myself. Someone wants to hear Poison from BBD. So that was a request. That was a request. So we'll see what we can do for you. I just have I've been doing a little research about the Urban League itself. I know that it was founded in 1911 in New York City.
Right.
And it was founded to, help civil rights. It was collectively known as one of the big five to organize, dual tenets in economic and social justice and things of that nature.
Right.
How has those founding concepts worked into Buffalo Urban League?
So yes. So I guess a very, very shortened version is, after slavery, right, people migrated from the South to the North, right? So, but all you knew how to do was work outside, right? So all these people are moving to these metropolitan areas, I guess as metropolitan as they can be in the 1800s, they didn't know how, they didn't have any skills to do anything else. So the Urban League was created to help migrants get jobs and housing, right? Okay. It has since, 1900, not 1800. So, and then that has since evolved into education, social justice, voting rights, racial justice initiatives, health equity initiatives. So it's now become this all-encompassing civil rights organization to basically help you be your best self. Now, I guess that's kind of like an overarching umbrella. We have to be mindful of the fact that while you have the NAACP, you have National Action Network, you have so many other organizations. We take, a friend of mine, she said it in a good way, we take a programmatic approach to different social issues. So for example, if there is I'll use our gun violence program. If studies show I am likely to fall into a violent path if I am either the victim or related to a victim of gun violence. So we came, like if my brother got shot or something, right? The likelihood is that I may try to retaliate, or I may get into a gang to feel protected or something like that. So we come up with a gun violence prevention program to have those students have a place to go after school. We give them job training, we give them work experience. So now we're diverting them from the gun violence path to a work path. So that's just kind of one example. It's a programmatic approach versus I guess more of it's a programmatic approach. I just use it. I don't want to say anything negative. So
yeah, no, I get it. Thank you. We definitely appreciate that, because I think that's great that you see a problem and you try to work to solve that problem before it gets, out of hand. And that's exactly what we need, because a lot of times we see the problem, we talk about the problem, we discuss the problem, we talk to our friends about the problem, we talk to the preacher about the problem, but we never get to the problem. You understand what I'm saying? We never get to why this is happening, or how. So yeah, my cousin beat up somebody or got shot or whatever, but did you ask your cousin why? Did you try to find a job for your cousin? Did you tell your cousin, like, hey, this was not the way to go, you made a mistake, or whatever the case may be, but did you help him fill out a resume or application or things of that nature? Because we always try to say that parenting is the number one, but sometimes parenting is not always the first step. Because yes, you can listen to your parents all day, all night. I listened to mine, but guess what? I still was fast sometimes. Okay. I did. I was still a little sneaky at times. Okay. And I ain't gonna lie. That's how I am. I'm very honest and truthful. But when someone outside of your household sometimes give you a little bit of knowledge or a little bit of we did this or I did that, that could, bring, arise some questions and some comments or communication that would help out, the parents and the well-being of the child.
For sure.
For
Right.
me, I had my mom, I had aunts, uncles, I had my church, and they did a great job with bringing me up, but I still was a kid. And kids make mistakes, and not even kids, teenagers.
Adults make mistakes. I mean, so
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, I get
So a
it.
lot of times in this culture that we live in, as soon as a child or a teenager sometimes make a mistake, we talk down on them and talk about them, but we're not programmatically, right?
Programmatically, yes.
Programmatically assisting them to right their wrong.
Right.
That's true.
Okay.
Is that
That's
exactly what you're coming at? A little bit, maybe.
Well, yes, to the degree, like you said something that's very key. When you're dealing with younger people, just like I mean, you're more likely to take advice from a peer
Absolutely.
than someone, even your parent, your
20 years
pastor,
older than
20
you.
years old.
Right.
That's just the dynamic. So that's why having, we gotta, my brother's keeper program. Shout out to Daniel Robertson and Pastor Tommy McClan. That's just a great program because it's peer to peer mentoring, and it's young people helping young people be their best selves. So you're right. I mean, you're absolutely right. Yes.
All right. That's well, thanks. I'm right. No, but I do just have a few more questions. Now, I'm not gonna ask you your age because I think that's disrespectful a little bit. But
I was going to ask.
Oh, well, how old are you?
I'm
then?
37. I'll be 38 next month. Yes.
Okay, and ladies, he's already said that he's single. So
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just.
Just putting it out there, ladies.
Put 'em out
I'm
there.
not for that. I'm here for the. I'm here for the work, right?
Mhm.
But
Just focused on work.
I'm focused on the work,
That's
the work
good.
of the
That's good
movement.
to be
Yeah.
focused on work. Just what type of work? No, but anyway,
He's
you.
like, oh, she got jokes.
It just okay. So you grew up in Buffalo, New York,
Born and raised.
born and raised.
East
Then
side.
What East Side? Okay. Well, what high school did you go to?
Bennett.
Bennett High. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the Alumni Association Board of Directors at Bennett.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Great. That's excellent. And then you went to college where?
Alabama State University. Montgomery,
Alabama
Alabama.
State.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, that's not. I'm thinking the football team, right? Like.
Oh, that's the University of Alabama. The
Okay.
powerhouse, Nick Saban.
Yeah, Nick Saban. That's what I was
Roll
thinking.
Tide. Yeah,
Roll Tide. Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Right.
Okay, so that's not that school, guys.
No.
Cut it.
No.
Did y'all have a football team?
Yeah.
Did you
We've
play
been
football?
SWAC champions a few
Like,
times.
who was
Yeah.
y'all? Is it Auburn? No, not Auburn.
No, it's Alabama State. It's the
It's
Hornets.
I never even know there was
This
a
is-
different school. I thought Roll Tide was
You
like for
know,
everybody in Alabama.
No,
Sorry.
I'm focused on the basketball right now.
Oh, okay. You like? You watching the finals?
Yeah, the final.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't get into it.
I'm not a sports person in the least, so no college, no
You
football,
said you're gonna
no.
do tennis with me.
I did say that.
I do like football. My son played football. My boyfriend played football, so I liked
Oh,
football.
so-
He was definitely a Roll Tide fan, so we had it all over the house and stuff, all over in the cars.
Gotcha.
But because of him, my whole family, is a Dallas Cowboys. They love the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Buffalo Bills because I'm right here. So why wouldn't I go for the Buffalo Bills? But I know personally, you like chess.
I do.
What and who introduced you to chess, and what made it stand out to you? What made you like chess?
So my grandfather taught me to play chess when I was 5, and then my father kind of, between him and my grandfather and my father, they kind of groomed me to play chess at a very young age. Like I was 5 years old, and from then, I really was just playing with them, and it wasn't until I got to about 4th grade, 8 or 9. Yeah, I was about 8. And I was in a classroom with some other people that played chess.
Really?
And then when we got into the 6th grade, I went to Homestead. That's all we did. So lunch, breaks, it would literally be 8, 9, 10 chessboards lined up in our class. And we would just be playing chess. So yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy because
Pretty cool.
That is cool because I'm, like I said, I'm not professional, and sometimes I'm a little ghetto. I am, but
You have a chessboard anywhere. You can play anywhere.
I
Yeah.
never. Look at this gentleman. I
Nobody
never knew
exposed
anything
you?
about chess. I learned checkers.
Okay.
But I always thought uppity people play chess. I'm just being honest. It's a thinker's game. Who wants to think that much?
You know what's so funny?
Too.
Chess. So never fully learned how to play chess. Like I've tried. I don't know if I could. It's me. But when I was younger, we used to have a chess, like a glass one, a
Yeah.
glass chess set.
Yeah.
That it was just there.
Oh, for decoration. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that case of water that's on the floor. Right. We don't.
But we
Okay.
drinking that case of water.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but no, the chessboard. I mean, it was very beautiful.
Yeah.
I wanted to understand it, but I wasn't allowed to touch it because it was glass. Like
Do
it
you
was hard
still have
glass.
it?
No.
So Nafisa, you play chess as well?
I used to.
Oh, you guys have something in common. You guys play chess together. That would be cool. Is there
We're
like a
playing
chess
matchmaking
tournament?
services
No,
right now.
I'm not. I promise. I'm not.
Well, we just had one. I mean, we had
They had
a
a chess. I thought you was gonna say they had a match.
no
No,
a chess tournament.
Really?
Yes, it was the Young Professionals, the Urban League, and Black Knights Chess Association, and it was sponsored by M&T Bank and Officer in Buffalo, Officer Crystal People Stokes. Shout out to our sponsors, and it was great. That was what, last month? Yeah,
That's awesome, actually.
April.
Yeah.
It was in April. So yeah.
Wow,
That's actually pretty cool.
that is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I might want to. No, I don't think I might. I'm a little ghetto sometimes, but
You could
I
do
don't
it.
think chess
You could
is
do
for
it.
me.
You try
I think
it.
it's like you got to learn strategies and
No,
stuff.
just try it.
I feel like strategy games are fun though. They get you.
Everybody can try, right?
She's like,
Anybody
I'm
can play
playing the game.
chess.
Have fun, absolutely. If I'm playing a
Just
game,
try.
it's supposed to be fun. It
Yeah.
ain't supposed to be thinking.
I will go to Walmart
I like
and find
the
a chess.
thinking games.
You gonna go to Walmart and
Yes,
get me a
I
chess
do.
game? I want to play spades. Now, do you play spades?
I play spades.
She said, "Oh, okay, you talking my language
Something
now."
in
Look,
common here.
how I look at him. Like, do you
Spades.
seriously play spades?
I play spades.
Do you
Spades.
like slap the card down on the table?
Spades can get a little contentious, so we try to
absolutely steer away.
we try to stay in certain settings. Yeah, in certain settings we try to stay away from.
So do y'all at
spades.
your home, like when y'all having a cookout, you and your family, do y'all play spades then?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We play spades in the Young
Professionally-
Professionals. I'm just saying,
But
you're not gonna get that on camera. You're not gonna get that on camera because that could be,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you guys? Can I ask a question? So for the hold on, for the Buffalo Urban League Young Professionals, what actually what are some things that you guys do?
So we have a number of initiatives that we focus on every year. One of our big ones is coming up in 2 weeks, Black Restaurant Week, hosting our sixth annual Black Restaurant Week. I just submitted the final list to the media outlets last night. So
Did you
I think
submit to us?
I'm submitted to you as soon as I get back. So it's I think it's like we're at 41, which is a slight dip from last year. We had 58 businesses last year, but it's a lot of there's a lot that goes into that. So and with this gala, it just kind of took over. But so that's a big thing. Coming up in the fall, we have our third annual Salute Your Service event honoring Black veterans, young professional veterans. So there's a panel, and we give them an award, and then we also have a local Black artist commission a portrait in their likeness. So yeah, that is really nice.
That's
One of
dope.
our bigger things. Yes, very nice. And then we're gonna be doing our sixth annual Adopt a Family, where we take like 8 families and we give them all Christmas gifts. That's something we do in December. Something we've started is going into January, new year, new me, starting the year with a winning mentality, where we have young Black professional mental health experts come in, mental and physical health, because there's the physical health side, and then there's the mental health side, and I'm already locking in speakers for 2024, because the 2023 event was so great. I mean, it was standing room only, it was a packed room, and we really want to we just want people to start the year with a winning mentality, because Buffalo 2022, we went through some stuff.
Yeah, we did.
Right, we went through a lot, and it really shook a lot of us. So those are some of the, we do headshots and handshakes. That was in April. Those are some of the bigger initiatives. Now, every month there's something going on. First Friday happy hour tonight, right at the Ogre Room. But we have a thing called hashtag lunch bag where we put together meals and we hand them out to homeless people. So yeah, there's always something going on. We're big on service. We partner with Journey Church to do groceries to the seniors every fourth Saturday. So, we people that are immobilized and can't really get out like that, we deliver groceries to them. So that's a big thing. It all starts with service, and it kind of just expands from that.
Well, we thank you here at Fatima Fridays and Fire 716 Radio for being the action agents that we need
Okay.
in this community, in your community. So what I would like to do is see more of these things in Niagara Falls. We were talking about it. Because Niagara Falls, although it's only 15 minutes from Buffalo, well, when I drive, it's 15 minutes.
I was about to say, I don't.
You heard me? I said, Anne Frank.
I'm like,
we feel like a lot of times Niagara Falls is left out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I want to work with young professionals, the Buffalo Urban League Young Professionals,
Right.
to start bringing in some things in Niagara Falls as well. To some of our businesses, some of our professionals to join and become active in the group.
Yes. And I just want to add to that also, as far as Niagara Falls, because there is such a need for that here. That's something that would totally, like, some of the different things that you guys do would be amazing to have here. There are people here that want to be able to do those kind of things and be around other professionals and different things like that, but they don't know how to or where to go to, or they don't have the transportation to go out to Buffalo, or you know what I'm saying? So different things like that. So what, I know you guys kind of already had a previous conversation, but is that something that's possible to happen here?
Absolutely. One thing that that we consistently do is highlight Black businesses that open up, Black and brown. So we were here when Cataract House opened, right? We were here last year, Black restaurant. We had Hyde Park Cafe, we had Dirty Bird Chicken and Waffles. So I mean, we don't come out here enough, and so I'm not gonna act like we do, but we've had. I was a speaker at on the business conference that y'all had on
19th Street.
Right. So I mean, there's different things here and there. It's not a constant thing, and it does need to become a more constant thing, because you're right. I mean, there are people that definitely like that flavor, like that vibe, and they want to catch it. But I guess the challenge, I'm not gonna say drop. I guess the challenge to that would be because like you said, transportation, a lot of times when we have stuff in Niagara Falls, the Buffalo people say they can't make it, particularly in the wintertime. Now, nicer weather, we out and about, but when it's snowing, it's dark at 4:30, you know what I mean? Like, nobody really wants to, after, because we're typically our stuff is like 5:30 to 8, 5:30 to 9 during the week, and then on weekends. So it's like when you're getting off work, I want to drive to Niagara Falls, and it's dark and it's snowing. So it's but in the summertime, there's really no excuse. So yeah, we definitely need to be a lot more intentional on increasing our programming out here.
So my next question for you, and I'm not trying to like drill in on you, but what would be the steps to have like a Niagara Falls chapter, if that makes sense?
Oh,
yeah, that's I'm just because I'm saying, like, if there was a way to have it more connected, or even have similar opportunities that are in Buffalo but in Niagara Falls specifically,
right?
So that way,
like a separate chapter out here.
But if that's something
that
that
would be the whole need, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, we definitely could once we get, but I don't even think we got 35 people that will be involved.
Well, that's enough. But
what I think is maybe a representative from Niagara Falls or for Niagara Falls,
right,
to be a part of the Buffalo chapter,
right,
and slowly move things geared to a Niagara Falls relationship.
Right.
I think a lot of times Niagara Falls and Buffalo is right here. It's
They
so
are.
close,
They're
you know. So a lot of times separate isn't always better, you know. For
no.
instance, the Juneteenth, the 17th and the 19th. We're having a Juneteenth in Niagara Falls. They're having two different Juneteenth celebrations. One on June 17th, one on June 19th.
Both in Niagara Falls.
Both in Niagara Falls.
Okay.
I don't, because this is the first time we actually are even doing a Juneteenth real celebration. Fine, but I think next year it should be together. This is just my thought. We don't want to. Separation is not always the key.
Right.
No.
So we don't want to, separate when we can work together to unitize the
Unify
the community. Like
right.
I don't
or
think
unite. Unite
the community. So yeah, I don't think separation. Maybe it could be Buffalo / Niagara, whatever the case may be, and Niagara, whatever.
Right.
But we just need to bring it together, is what we saying. And we need to do that quickly. Only because there are business owners here in Niagara Falls who
absolutely
could use use you guys. We can use you guys. There are people in Niagara Falls who probably don't even know you exist.
Probably not. We
be honest,
And then there's
really
in Niagara
know.
Falls people, Buffalo, who don't even know these businesses in Niagara Falls exist. And very, like I said,
or in Buffalo. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we do. If I could just briefly, that one of the reasons why we do Black Restaurant Week is because one thing that I've noticed and we've noticed as NYP is every year people move to Buffalo for school, for work, to take care of aging relatives, things like that. And so there are thousands of people here this year that were not here last year, right? So they don't know Fat Cats, Freddie J's, Manna, the staples that are common to us. Hyde Park Cafe, right? Dirty Bird Chicken and Waffles. They don't know those staples because they just got here. That's one thing. And then the flip side of that, even people who are in Buffalo, who've been in Buffalo, a lot of them don't venture outside of their neighborhoods. Right. So if you're on the west side, you may have never gone to Manna or ever gone to Fat Cats. And then people on the east side have never been to Freddie J's, especially if you're on the bus line, because you just have no reason to go over there.
Right.
So that's why we make this big push every year to say, hey, just so you know, and we're a second year, we're publishing a guide to all of them too. There are these Black and brown businesses in the city. Go check them out.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. And
I
I want to
had a
say
question.
hey to Ebony
Sorry.
Starks. Want to say hi to Ebony Starks. And Nafisa has a question. Go ahead, Nafisa.
Like how we have different places, like how Niagara Falls has the booklet about tourism and so on.
Right.
Do you have a booklet for example, like I'm taking my son to a canal trip, in
Right.
Tonawanda, and I just stumbled on it by walking in, and they have everything. Do you have some of these things available around?
Yes and no. So yes,
not everybody wants to go online.
No, you're right. No, and that's kind of what like I said, last year was our first year doing it. It was a big hit. We just didn't print enough of them. So yeah, so there is, as far as restaurants go, yes, there's in businesses too, because not everybody has a brick and mortar, but there's a guide that shows all of the participating restaurants, where they are, how to contact. It's like an official Black Restaurant Week guide, basically. Now, when you talk about just a guide to Black and brown businesses in general, I would shout out That Brown Bag. Chantal Patton, that brown bag.
Where can I find this?
Online. I know you just said no. Right.
Because when people are shopping, something like that, like let's say you're passing your supermarket, it would be nice that is there next to all the other tourist and information guides.
Yeah, there's print version. No, you can buy a print version. Yeah. There's print version. I have print versions. So yeah.
Because a lot of people in the local areas need a printed version.
Right.
Some of their phones are not up to date with.
Right.
Some of the.
Yes, I would definitely recommend getting a copy of That Brown Bag.
Yes.
All right, Big Frank, you want to hit us off with some music?
Going up a request.
Hey.
Okay.
Poison. I hope you're
Was that is that it or? Oh, you were giving like rapid fire. I'm sorry. I think I'm. It's usually 10:50. I think I'm good with the live. I'm not gonna do any more live. Yeah, it's a problem. She said it's like that. You put it in the refrigerator.
I hope you got some insurance on that phone. Hi, Nina. How are you, boo? I know.
I know.
Mark, I hope that you will
Sure. So okay. All right. Well, so it'll be like what 12:15 now, huh? 12:30. I don't have a job, right? We can stay all day. Right. Oh yeah, especially now. Yeah, 'cause we're in Pride Week, so let's clarify that. Well, I'm for the ladies. You're right, but we do got because anywhere in the middle of Pride Week, so we do gotta clarify. But
do identify as a mermaid.
she's adorable. Okay.
As mermaid. You're a mermaid. People identify as mermaid.
How did this
Would have never guessed.
this production? How did this come together? How did y'all find each other?
Yes. We were all in the same business.
Okay.
Right. Family. Yeah, I told you we were cousins. You didn't know that, y'all?
Right.
I did radio for some time. Oh, yeah. You got it.
Over on.
Hey guys, we're back. Fatima Fridays, and y'all know
Cut all of that out.
it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. And you heard that was BBD, okay? Poison for Nadia Baker. Ha ha ha. So let's talk about some more Urban League and stuff like that. We're just gonna chit chat today because we did say that. Oh, first and foremost, I want to say June is Pride Month. We're discussing that a little bit. So I'm happy for you guys. It's Pride Month, and
Enjoy.
I appreciate all your contributions. I do their contributions. All y'all, everybody's got.
I'm like, hey, I know she's doing
I don't
this.
know.
You were trying to say that was very sweet.
Hi, Donna.
I don't know what was going
I
on.
don't really know how to say or what to say, or am I supposed to snap or what am I supposed to do? Like, what are we
she
supposed
said,
to
am
do?
I supposed to snap?
Like, no,
Is that
I
what you
didn't
did?
say it like
No,
that.
okay,
I
I'm
just
just
said snap.
no,
Like,
okay.
what I mean is not to be disrespectful in any kind of way.
They just say
Happy Pride Month, yeah.
Happy Pride Month, guys.
week, whatever, yeah.
You
She
got
said-
love over here at
She was
Fatima
giving it
Fridays,
happy
okay?
Black
I know, right?
Black
Like
Pride, all the
happy
prides,
Wakanda
okay?
Pride Month. I'm like,
Listen, I'm all for all types of pride, okay? You're supposed to have pride for yourself. Like, what?
right.
Absolutely. I ain't mad at you. You love who you love. You do what you do. And you should be able to marry who you want to marry and everything else.
I agree.
All the rights. If you should be getting all the rights that everybody else get.
I agree.
The judge is God. Then that's who we got to worry about. He got the final word. Absolutely. So, anyways, I just had to say Happy Pride Month, guys. You got some questions? Go ahead.
So one of the other questions I wanted to ask
Yes.
was, what's the process of being a part of the Buffalo Urban League Young Professionals?
Right when it's right there, right? It's easy to say. No, I mean it's pretty open. You know, there's an online form that you fill out, but
Online, Fisa.
we'll write one out. But no, and you no, it's that we do pay dues because that goes to our scholarship fund, and that
How much is the due?
so for the first year is 75, and then the second year and every other year after that is 60.
Okay.
So, but
how many members?
currently, we're at about 55, maybe.
Oh. I thought it was so much more.
No, it dipped out. Like so, we had, I think the most we've had was last year. We hit 82, and then, but there was a sponsorship for like 15 memberships that are so they're still being added, and it's a process. So once all of those are added, we'll be back to around like 70. So,
and
but we're a smaller chapter. Yeah.
How old do you have to be in Young Professionals?
Now she already knows this, ladies and gentlemen. But so while we support everyone, right? The Young Professionals, in this chapter at least, is focuses on the personal professional development of individuals aged 21 to 40. So between 20 to 21
so
to 40.
I can't be a young professional, guys. Can you believe that?
Well, there's this thing called the guild, for the older. Okay.
Nothing special.
All right. Okay.
So I'm gonna be an old professional. How about that?
Come on.
What they call them, a cougar?
Oh, I don't know if that's professional.
She said I'm a cougar entrepreneur.
Okay. Well, shout out to the cougar entrepreneurs. Okay.
I'm gonna be the wise professional.
Yeah.
Right. I want to be lit. Ain't that what they say?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my daughter said we can't say that no more because that's old.
Yeah. Oh, I say stuff from the 90s, even though I was young in the 90s. My other question would be, do you guys do like national events?
Yes.
Okay.
So we just came back from our 4th annual Eastern Region Conference. I was in Richmond, Virginia. Great time. I know. So last year, a lot of us at that conference spoke on different panels. I was on a panel. Kendra Brim, one of our former presidents, was on a panel. Nicole Brown, our health and wellness chair, she sat on a health equity panel. So yeah, and then we have our national conference, National Urban League Conference in Houston on coming up in July. So yes, there's different national initiatives, and actually shout out to Kendra again. She's from Buffalo, but she's actually she sits on the national Urban League Young Professional Leadership Team. So she's actually the executive vice president.
Oh wow!
Of the
Congratulations,
national team. So,
Kendra. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then Jamil Cruz from Buffalo.
Hey,
yeah, shout out to Jamil. He served 2 terms as the Eastern Regional Vice President on the national team. So a lot of talent comes out of Buffalo, man.
Yeah,
you know we
and that's very true.
No, they're still here. They're still here.
So. I'm just curious. I don't know
Right.
if you guys have it or not, but do you guys have an international? I don't know if that would even be possible, but
I mean, anything is possible, but I don't know. No, we don't have.
I was just curious to be like, oh
I mean, hey, young professionals in Ghana, I'm with it.
You know,
Right, let's do it.
I know
Maybe-
one person that has traveled to I don't know how many countries
Right.
here. So yeah,
Right? Yeah, she has that one mother in
And
Denmark.
now-
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Just
Just one, right? We all got one,
Now,
right?
is it only African Americans that can
No.
join this group?
No, it's primarily because of that, who we serve. It's primarily black and brown, but no, there are people of all races in our organization.
Okay.
Okay,
I was
wonderful.
actually curious about that also. 'Cause I'm like, what
It's
if
a
I show up with
question we
my
could
white
ask.
friend?
It is a question we could ask because there's other groups that are like black professionals, black young professionals. No. We have Caucasian members, we have Hispanic members. I don't think we have any Asian members in my chapter, but I definitely know some Asian members in some other chapters. So yeah.
Oh, great. That's cool. So you can unite. Anyone can come and be a part of the Buffalo Urban League Young Professionals.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't matter
Okay.
your race or anything of that nature.
Correct.
Do we have some comments over there online?
Bobby Fisher said, check out Kadir Enterprise on Facebook. And he also said that love the Urban League, really appreciate what they do for the community.
Oh, that is
Appreciate
wonderful.
that. Yeah.
Thanks, Bobby. Thanks for your comment.
Yeah.
We do give away prizes here on Fatima Fridays. I just to throw it out there. So people with, the most comments or calls, if you call in or whatever the case may be, you do get a prize. So if you are interested, continue to watch, continue to comment. Yeah, you can call us. You can text me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, guys. So we were talking in the last show.
Oh man.
Yeah, so this is a little funny. So the question was,
Mhm.
you're with your spouse, you have a spouse, and your spouse cheats on you
Okay.
and tells you they cheat on you. What-
What kind of way did they tell you? Haha, I cheated. on
Okay,
you,
so
or-
the person had a
I'm
spouse.
sorry,
He
I
cheated on his spouse, but the spouse didn't say nothing after he told him.
Okay.
Like,
So
nothing at
the
all.
cheating spouse is the guy.
We'll just say that because it usually is.
Whoa!
Whoa.
I'm kidding. I'm not.
Okay.
But so
Okay.
the cheating spouse is the guy. He cheated on his girlfriend or whatever, but the girlfriend did not say anything after she was told that she got cheated on.
Okay.
What do you get from that? What do you say? What do you do?
What
I
does
mean
it-
that just may be her process. Sometimes sometimes when some people when they get devastating news, silence is their process. Like that's the first thing they do is just shut down.
Mhm.
I mean, that just may be her process. I would hope that there's a conversation at some point. But I mean, I've never cheated on anybody, so I can't really speak from that perspective.
What would you do?
Well, okay, so we were talking about this earlier today, and I stirred the pot up pretty bad.
Okay.
Okay.
So I
Stirred
was getting the men riled up. But you know what, Jinx, she was getting a little riled up too. and
Yeah, she
everything.
was.
Yeah, 'cause she was thinking about it from a therapist point of
Yeah.
view. And I was giving trauma.
Okay.
So I was saying that if my partner came to me and told me that they cheated on me and I was silent about it, then this is not what riled them up. I'm just telling you the steps that got there. So I was just basically saying, I would if I'm silent, that means that I'm either plotting, like I'm plotting to figure out what my next move is going to be, or I'm just like
Or
processing.
buying a gun.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
no.
mean, it just
Okay.
depends.
All
But then
right.
I said, if I was married to somebody and I'm invested in this person, like, and our lives are intertwined and all this stuff, and they came out that they were cheating on me, but we didn't have a conversation. Like, there was no, like, they cheated. Like,
Right.
it wasn't like they cheated because I wasn't giving them something. They just cheated on their own,
Okay.
for their own selfish reasons.
Okay.
Don't look at me like that, Rick.
No, I'm trying to follow you. I'm
Yeah.
like,
So I said, if that was the case, then I would cheat back. Like I would get my lick back.
But would you feel good inside
The
to do
lick.
that?
Would
That
you
was the
feel
whole
good
thing.
inside?
Yeah. And so the whole uproar was, two wrongs don't make a right, and
No.
all that
That's what they
stuff.
say in
For you.
kindergarten.
And like I get
Not
that.
kindergarten. Oh Lord.
So the whole controversy about it is like, how do you feel about that? Because
Because would you lower your standards to
Oh,
go down to the
standards.
dirt
see,
to do the same?
and this was
You
the
don't need
whole
to.
conversation because Daniel was like, if somebody goes to hell, you go to hell with them. And I was like,
There's the high road.
yes.
You can take
And
the high
so
road.
I understand about the high road because I have taken the high road many a times. I know what the road looks like. Beautiful. I can paint it in my
It's
sleep.
paved
You
in
know what I
gold.
mean? Exactly.
And
I
there,
know.
and there's justice for your pain, but you could do it in other ways.
Like poison them?
Cheating, yes.
Maybe,
So-
but other ways. There's other ways.
He's like, what kind of
I'm
radio
just.
show?
I gotta get to the car. I still gotta make it out of here, right? I don't know.
So that was the whole thing because I feel personally, I feel like if if I'm with somebody, like I said, I'm married and stuff, and they cheat, like we're not just about to get a divorce.
Right.
Because personally, I don't want to do that. So it may not be right, and I'm not looking to be right, but I feel like I would cheat back because we're going to have to go to counseling regardless. All those processes is going to happen
So
regardless.
I don't shy away from this conversation. I will say, I think his name is Pastor Tim Battle, I think his name is. But anyway, regardless of, he wrote a book called Side Chickology.
wow.
Very good read that I would recommend. And he talks about the kind of the dynamic of not only cheating, but what leads up to it. And it kind of, you said something a minute ago that
Triggered side chick.
well, no. She said she said something that a lot of people, I think, kind of gleaned to. You said he cheated on his own, not that he wasn't getting something from me, right? And that oftentimes when you hear that, the first thing we think is something sexual or oh, she don't cook enough or something like that. But honestly, I know I have a friend who his woman didn't compliment him. And because he grew up with, like bad skin and things like that, and he said, you never compliment. So he started his infidelity based on just women affirming him. And
based on that lack, he
decided
sought
to
out.
cheat.
right. So what I'm saying is, and I'm saying this not to start any trouble, but for any of the ladies, for any of the ladies that are for any of the ladies that are listening, you could say, well, hey, I do this and do that. I work but maybe what he's not getting is, attention, affection. Maybe you work too much. Maybe when you come home from work, all your attention goes to your child. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things outside of just sex and food that men can sometimes feel that is lacking, is what I'm saying.
That is
Look,
something to think about, right?
It is. No, it's something to think about for sure.
Point.
It
But
is
at the
a
same time,
point.
when you're in a relationship, you communicate.
Right.
what you
Communication
need.
is supposed to be.
Supposed to.
Supposed to
But
communicate.
a lot of
because
times
my lack of something
Oh.
is not the other person's fault. Sometimes I can fulfill that lack or that need within me because it's not somebody else's fault if I don't communicate it.
right.
Right.
If I
And
need
another
something,
thing I
need
think
to communicate.
about we've been hearing the word healing a lot lately, and so when you get in these relationships or before you get in these relationships, you have to work on yourself a little bit.
Yes, you do.
Because if this gentleman is upset because his woman is not affirming him, then that's something you need to work on before you even get there. Okay.
Talk to us, Frank.
Because I may have come in. Yes, I'm good by myself.
Right.
I'm great, but now I'm putting a work in, not just for myself, but for you, for these children. So I'm exerting my energy by myself. I would give to me that I'm now giving to my wife, to my children, to my family, and ain't nobody saying thank you. Ain't nobody saying I appreciate you. Ain't nobody giving me that attention back. So what happens is now I go to work.
And somebody
And
else.
somebody else, and guess what? It ain't even like that I'm trying to be foul. It just felt good to hear somebody say it to me.
Yeah.
But then that builds up to something that it shouldn't be. Not saying that, I'm just insecure. No. It felt good to get energy poured back to me in a way. And I'm gonna just say this and get out the pot. Because sometimes, even sexually, I'm still exerting my energy
Absolutely.
To put in, yeah, y'all don't want to talk about this part because sometimes I'm still giving to get what I'm. I came from this release and I love you, but I'm still find myself putting in more work in.
But that's why
Sometimes
it's important to.
that's not for everybody.
That's why.
Everybody's different.
Yeah,
Everybody's different dynamic.
There are some that you can exert yourself daily, and then if you're also exerting yourself always romantically, it becomes more from. It's not being as passionate and loving. It's like this is just more work because.
And Frank, it's important to understand each other's love language and ask each other what is your love language, what fills your love cup.
Absolutely.
But what if you don't know your love language? How do you figure that out? Well, like a lot of people don't even know, because that's another thing. Like, maybe because I'm a lot older than you guys.
You ain't that much older.
I was about to say you're not that much older than me.
There's people, society are throwing out all these words like love language and healing and all of this. Have
you read the 5 love languages?
No, but I see where she's going. Like 30 years ago, none of that was a part of our narrative. None of that was a part of our narrative.
It's an older book.
No, but what I'm saying, like love languages, healing, all this, pouring from an empty cup. None of that was a part of our. None of that was a part of our narrative in the Black community. None of that was a part of our narrative in the 80s or 90s.
It was not.
It just wasn't. These are all new.
But at that time, you didn't have as many women working, as many women doing the things
that
they're doing today.
We did. In the 80s and 90s, it was probably the same amount.
We can look at the statistics and say,
I wouldn't say the same amount.
The amount of work women do now compared to then.
Maybe the type of work that's done now. But women were still working.
No, women were working. I mean, it's not the 50s.
Now people have 2 jobs.
Well,
that's true.
I also think it's
a job in a business.
I also think it's social media and the internet and having access to, because you may be in a relationship and your relationship is perfect to you, but then you go online and you see somebody else's relationship, you're like, dang, my relationship sucks.
And if I could touch on that's a great point, because the same friend, you started something online. We're talking about only men cheat or something like that. But no, like one thing that I've heard as a consistent narrative when women cheat, when they talk about what they're not getting, something that D just brought out, your relationship, love. When you talk about love, and this is consistent in this social media space, you in your relationship, you feel loved, you're fine, right? And then all of a sudden you see, because your concept of love is, hey, I got a guy who cares about me, who's there for me, who's affirming me, all of that stuff. But now I see that my concept of love is, well, my friend had a birthday and her boyfriend flew her and all of her friends out to Vegas and had to put them in a VIP section. So now that's my concept of love. And if I'm not getting that, I'm missing something.
So would you say that it's always changing? It's forever changing? Because the older you get, the older you get, I think it changes. So when I was 18, 19, if you didn't have me in Pharaohs or whatever, holding my hand when we walk up, then I think, you don't love me. What you hiding me for? But once I was in my 25s, I'm like,
did it have to be Pharaohs? It could have been anywhere. Like, okay.
It could have been Sensation.
Okay, all right.
Because I used to go to Sensation.
Okay.
So it could wherever.
Right.
Wherever, if you wasn't showing me off at that point in time when I was 18 and 19, then I'm the side chick, or I'm being hidden, or whatever the case may be.
But like Dee said,
25, that's completely different.
But true. But to her point, it's so comparative now, right?
Yeah.
I'm comparing my relationship to this person, to that person. There's a look at how she got her proposal, right?
Mm-hmm.
All you did was get on one knee at home, right? There was no you know what I mean? If it's not on, if it's not a video, now all of a sudden it didn't happen. So it's just
very unsatisfied if you keep looking online and you keep watching all these people who are influencers, movie stars, so on. It's a big reach.
I think and a lot of times too, people usually only post the good parts of their relationship.
Right. No one tells you when he came home at 4 a.m.
Exactly.
Right. That's not online. Y'all were yelling at each other.
Crazy videos come out, where like 2 people are fighting, or like whatever the case may be. it's laughed at and it's like an entertainment thing instead of being like, no, this is real life.
No, it's real life.
Because who was it? Orlando Brown. I know he's like,
Orlando Brown.
He used to be on Disney and all that.
Oh, the little light skin.
Yes, Orlando Brown. I'm pretty sure you probably would know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, there was like a video of him and his girl fighting, and it was funny. That's why I laugh, because he was all like, "You're beating me, she's hitting me, she's hitting me," like and they're just going back and forth and all that stuff.
Oh,
but then,
3J, yeah.
But then now you see, like, and I think that was like a couple years ago. Now you see them, and they're just like they have such a good relationship and all that things. So it's just like
he was dancing in church recently, wasn't he?
Yeah. So it's like, everybody's relationship is different, and what you will put up with or won't put up with is totally different on each person.
You sound like you put up with cheating, though.
No,
that's what you said.
I don't, and that was the whole reason why I said that, because I said, like, if the thought of me going out and now doing the same thing that you did causes you so much distress that you feel like you just don't even want to do this anymore, then why would you expect me to want to continue to do this with you when you did that to me? Yeah, to me. So that was my whole point of like saying, like, I would go out and cheat. Like, I would just cheat back, because it's like I'm going to be hurt, right? If you cheat on me, and I'm not cheating on you, I'm staying loyal, I'm staying like in the relationship. Now I have to deal with this hurt and these emotions. I gotta go through these feelings that I'm gonna have because you cheat on me. Like if I'm staying with the person,
right?
And this person wants me to forgive them, and they want to gain my trust back, and all these things.
Are they putting in the work? Are they putting in the work?
Well, even if they're putting I'm saying they're putting all this work, like,
so they're
all
genuinely sorry and they mean it.
Yeah, and I get that, but what I'm saying is like, okay,
sorry ain't enough.
Nope. I just feel like I've been through that, right? I've been through that, and even years later, it's like it's still.
No, let's say this was your spouse and the long-term spouse.
Well, she said she wouldn't leave. That's why I was out.
No. I'm saying more of
she didn't necessarily say she would not leave.
No, I would say if I was married, this was the situation. That was my original statement. I was married.
And if it was like one time, you would not just up and leave.
Because it's gonna be.
But she's gonna do it back. That's
ridiculous. This is what your anger calls you to do. Your action and your anger tells you to do. But really, if some person begged you, looked into your eyes, asked you to forgive them, no, because this is remember, marriage, an intimate relationship, and you have to sleep with that person. You have to see their face, and you're living with them. You're not leaving the house.
Hurt you.
And a lot of people.
They're genuinely sorry. Could you find it in your heart to have mercy?
So the mercy
comes from the Father,
God
right?
The mercy. I don't. Okay.
The mercy would be that I didn't snap and I instead just cheated
you
back.
Still have all fingers.
That's the mercy.
That's mercy.
No, I just feel like this. If I'm married to this person, I know that I'm not gonna want to just go and get a divorce,
right?
Like, because how many times does cheating happen? Number one, and not saying that that's something that I deal with, but how many times does it just happen in general? How many people? You don't understand how many people I've seen cheat or like who are in a relationship message me that I'm like, your relationship is perfect. Why are you even? You know what I'm saying? Like my own assumptions, but. I just
wait. You saying their relationship?
Like a lot of celebrities, they say, "Oh, this one cheated with that one. It's all fake. It's all fake pictures, fake news."
Yeah.
They deal with a lot.
They do, but we're talking about somebody real from the hood. Are you saying that people that you think are in good relationships are trying to cheat with you?
No. I'm saying that.
People be in your
I'm
DMs.
saying that.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I want to. Let's talk about that. Yeah.
I'm saying in general, people.
You like, wait a minute now.
I'm saying that for a personal. Like, I'm really saying that because it's that. Is something that I deal with on a daily, and I'm not trying to like.
Okay,
all right. There are really some people that I just be thinking to myself like.
Because this is, and I'm just perplexed yet again.
Okay.
Because this is why I'm perplexed, because you say in one statement you don't want to leave me,
right?
But you want to get back at me, which
she wants to make him feel like he made her feel.
I feel enough already that I did what I did.
But see
But
that.
some
That's
people don't feel.
but Roger,
not everybody. Well, go ahead.
but
right,
but
exactly.
so I'm gonna tell you right now, as a man, I can handle what I did put you through. Period. I'm just miss me with all that. I can't handle your infidelity towards me. And if you think the grace to stay, once I found out that you done went dipping on the dipstick, I got to dip out. Because I can't handle the weight of the burden. We built different. You moving on emotion. Your connection gonna be emotional. Even your response to me emotional. We about to lose emotional, and the whole dynamic is over. It's a dub. We can try again in 2 years.
And because honestly, 2 years.
Give me
But
the
that,
Oh my goodness.
That was the whole reason why I said that though, is because how I feel is if I'm with somebody and you cheat, like you expect me, like even if your thought process is like, okay, this person's gonna leave me or whatever the case, there's still a part of you because that's the reason you're approaching me in the first place. You're feeling the guilt. Is that I'm going to stay and that we're going to work through this, and that because you're honest with me, it gives, you can release your guilt, and now we're talking about it, and now we can work through the problems. But you have now taken your energy and all your guilt and all this, and you have transferred it onto me, because now I got to feel the pain of this happened behind my back.
Would you rather not know?
It's not even about not knowing. It's just, would I rather
like
not
that.
know if somebody cheated on
little,
me?
that
No.
little person on your shoulder. Would you rather not know?
I would rather not get cheated on. That is the real answer.
Would he rather live?
This person had.
That's the question.
But a
Do you wanna live?
lot of women, a lot of people, men too. There have been polls that have been disseminated. A lot of people have said they would rather not know.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, listen.
You
If you don't know, then you're gonna keep going.
Yeah, if you don't know, you don't
the
know.
same way that you've been.
Yeah.
If I don't know, fine. I don't want to know about it.
They have
Don't tell me about it. Don't send me no picture. Whatever.
Because
But if I know, then we got issues.
no, because
Serious
that
issues.
this ain't work for me. Because if you don't tell me and I find out on my own, and it's been some time, oh no. Now
That's different. We're not saying that you found out. We're just saying you don't know. Nobody, you never ever know.
Never know. I'm in just complete ignorance.
Yeah.
And
So I've seen this situation happen before. I've seen this situation happen. A man and woman were married 40, 50 years or whatever. The man passes away. At the funeral,
the other
child came.
Yeah.
That's
Nobody ever knew about this other child. But at the funeral, the other child walks in the room, like, boom, guess who walked in the room? So
it happens.
So it happens. Actually, it happens a lot.
It happens more often than you think. Yeah.
Absolutely. It happens a lot. It happens a lot.
See, and this is the thing, is like, think about this, right? Would you have rather known about this child when they were a baby, a child, or would you have rather known at your husband's funeral?
I would have rather known at the baby.
No, I want to know
at the funeral, because the peace that I had while present, it was good peace. We was okay. We were Gucci. Now that I know she grown now, dad, it was good years. Not for the years, kind of shady, but hey.
I think I would have rather known as a baby. I would have. No, I don't like the whole coming as an adult and you saying, "Oh, that's my daddy now." Right. Number one, I'm questioning DNA, definitely. Number two, okay, so this been your daddy all your life, and you do this all your life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you coming to the funeral,
right?
No, because I would go
who your
crazy.
mama is. I want to know your aunties and uncles. I want to know everybody.
Yeah,
because they all knew.
Funeral
and they kept it from me.
Ruined. Now I have beef with the whole family.
All the tables getting flipped. No, but it wasn't absolutely, it wasn't good. Obviously, it wasn't good if you had to step out and have another child.
No. Stepping out don't mean that I stepped out because we wasn't good.
Yeah, it does.
Because it's been a day.
There was a problem.
Boom! Dad, this happened.
Well, there's whole different.
He is so funny, man.
He is so
good.
What I built so far, I'm not leaving my wife, I'm not leaving my family. Over there. I'm gonna send y'all $10 a month, $2 a week. take care of that. Boom.
So this
my
must have
family
been in the
good.
50s.
I
Okay.
got old-
50s, right? 'Cause
old
that's
$10,
old-
right?
I
Like, it's
got old and feeble now.
Right.
I feel like telling y'all, I'm
$10.
going.
Ain't lust for life.
I'm going now. And she can't do in a row. Better days ahead.
No, but I mean, I know. I'm sorry. I know people that they carried on affairs for 8, 9, 10 years.
Well,
So
that's a fair long-term affair.
that's what I'm saying. Like you talk about cheating and never. And when the woman found out,
Well, cheating in like a one-time fling or cheating a long-term affair is different because then you consistently lie.
but
every day to
the point
to
is
person.
the woman when she found out that this had been going on for so long, her thing was I would have rather not known.
Yeah.
Because she was like Frank said, she was blissfully ignorant. Like she was, hey, I'm cooking, I'm serving, like I'm fine. Like I didn't, and
for nothing. I'm not condoning
See, no,
cheating.
and the reason I guess for me is just because I feel like think about like you and this person building this world together. Y'all
Right.
have a reality together. You know what I'm saying? You got your all these little components and everything in your little world bubble, and then you find out that this bubble is not real. Because that's how I view it. It's like this bubble is not real. Because now you have a whole other bubble on the side that you lied about.
So your bubble was real as long as you was in it. I popped it, but I'm gone now. So
that also means that one person is a pathological liar every day.
not necessarily. Not necessarily. You
That
get
is a
over.
lie.
Not
That is a
necessarily
lie.
I love you,
lying,
but I provide for you.
But
How's it
You-
not
That is a lie.
you can-
because
you can
you're-
open-
because it is a
Obey.
lie because
Financially
financially
lying.
financially your money is going somewhere else. Your feelings are going somewhere else. And if you have vows, if you have
No,
vows,
what I'm saying is Nafisa. That's
Yeah,
if
but like
Nafisa.
two
Okay.
conversations, yeah.
No, I wanted to bring it in. Like Nafisa, if in most relationships, when the guy, if they live together, if he goes over to the woman's house, you're not being asked on a daily, did you cheat today? You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like,
Yeah,
when you
but-
talk about pathologically lying,
but
no,
then-
like you could be
because-
blissfully
no,
ignorant.
okay, so my thing is, you're right about that, but you have to also throw in, well, when he goes somewhere and he's not there, what's his excuse? He has to lie.
I mean,
But-
not
but-
necessarily.
Bottom line,
Because I
he
can
has
be
to
at
lie.
work and in the
No,
bathroom.
Because if he
I-
has two families and he's hiding one whole
Eventually, it's a
family,
lie. It's some lies somewhere.
bottom line,
No,
It's
no.
definitely
At
some
some point,
lies.
yeah. How was your day? Where'd you
He
go?
or
Oh, I went to
she.
the store. Yeah. At some point, yes,
Because
there
she
may
could
be
be hiding a
some
family, too.
misrepresentation. But what I'm saying is, not all the time. Like,
Yeah.
it's not
But see, this is-
misrepresentation,
you know
it's a
what,
lie.
You just gave me a good point, right? Because you said, what if she's hiding a family too?
Yeah.
This is my point, right? You find out that this person's cheating. Y'all still go be together. Hey, you find out they got a whole family on the side.
I knew,
All
I
this
knew a
stuff
lady,
is
she
going
a
on.
Filipino lady, she had a whole
And-
family.
And my whole thing is, if now I don't know about this situation,
True,
I
that
can't
is.
do this. But if that was the case, you might as well go ahead. If you're still gonna stay with this person and you know that they're doing this, why would you just stay committed to this person?
no.
That,
I mean,
that
it's-
was kind of like my
it's,
thought process.
You know,
Even as far as like the cheating, even if it was just a one-time situation, because to me, cheating is a process. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like okay.
But I think that
It's
cheating-
hold on, wait.
Right.
Let me just say, like, because I'm not trying to like demonize the whole situation of cheating, because I've been there. Like, I have cheated emotionally, but I knew, like, there's
But it's a
reasons for
bigger
these different
issue.
situations.
She had a work
When you have a family.
She had a work-
That's how
she had a work
It's a
husband.
bigger issue
Okay.
when you have a
I'm screaming,
A
no,
work
no,
bay.
no
Work bay.
no work bay, just no work bay.
Okay. Right. She didn't say what it was. She just just not that. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just, so I understand it from that point of view, but then at the same time of being cheated on, like, so I see it from both points, like point of views. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's a mess if let's say the person falls ill. Now the
Yucky,
two women come to the hospital because they're determining now who should have the what's that called, the proxy of deciding
I
the
mean,
issues.
yeah,
So
that's
then
an
there's
extreme
a war
situation.
going on
though.
now, and I've seen that too.
Well, if you're
So
gonna
there's a
cheat, you have
war
to know-
going
you
on,
have to set
and
your own laws.
sometimes
Everybody got to
sometimes-
know their place.
Exactly.
I
exactly.
know
So
this, baby, but-
and then And what about the inheritance of the children? Like who gets what? And if you built a house, or
I
what?
think you're going
that's
way
we ain't got
down.
no
You're going
no,
way
see,
down.
see,
You talking to the wrong people. We gotta get wills
well,
now.
that's what comes.
We trying to get wills and life
That's
insurance.
what comes down the road.
So you
That's
feel like,
what
so you
comes
feel like
down
if
the road.
something
Hi,
happened
Tina.
like
You
this, where
open
two
the
people,
door for that.
Okay, I see
That's
what
what
you're saying.
comes down the
But
road.
see, but
Because
I-
people who are doing this act don't think as far. Oh,
Right,
I'll
they
never
just
get in
think
a
of
car
Friday
accident. I'll
night.
never get sick. But then when the two women or men are there, at the
We wanna be
hospital
prideful.
deciding something, and kids show up, and then the house, and fight is for the house.
But
It does get messy. It could
if
definitely
I'm
get messy.
transitioning, they got that.
They got that. They can take that
But
fight.
no, that's why I'm saying like it's just one of those things where it's like that is here down this path, but I'm talking about in the now.
Because
I'm
you know
saying,
what?
like,
And
if
nobody
you
brings
cheat
this in.
now.
The now has ripple effects.
True.
30 seconds of
You
preaching.
could be preachy.
Because nobody talks about that responsibility that man has to take you if you are caught in the act of being foul or cheating, that I'm supposed to take you back, period. Nobody talks because y'all fight about submission and submitting, but before you get to submission, the Bible says, husband loves your wife like Christ loved the church, and the church has been two-faced, iffy, shaky, shaggedy, raggedy, in and out, but the love that he gives is always forgiving to come back. And I'm supposed to be able to have the capacity to love you like that. So that if you had infidelity, then guess what? I don't have the right to go back and go lick. Imagine God going lick for you. Imagine him taking,
thank God.
you did wrong. Back at you. You did wrong. Back at you. Your life will be terrible, miserable connection.
Yeah, but we are flesh, and God is
But
God.
we are flesh, but as we die daily, as we're supposed to, we ought to be more like him.
Mm.
So we should be making a transition to be Lord, which comes with a responsibility.
Die daily.
Yes, we're
Hallelujah.
yes, we make mistakes.
Amen.
No, we're not all the way together. We are not. But you should strive to. But if I'm
Hi,
holding you
Nicole.
to
How
be
are
submissive,
you? Where
you should hold me to love you regardless. And the action be tit for tat.
Exactly.
Because if it's real love, not your emotions, not your feelings.
And then you hurt so many people along in this process.
Because if it's real love doesn't say, "Oh, I don't have a fault. I don't come up short." Real love says, "Listen, baby, listen, I've erred and I've messed up, and there's a cost to this." And for you to take that and to flip it back at me again, tit for tat, I just think that is a wise, healthy decision. I get it. If you can't handle it,
healthy, but
I believe. Go ahead. If you can't handle it, depart. Because if I can't handle it, depart. But we talk about this thing called life, and we're humans. I get it. I don't condone infidelity at all. I don't push it. I don't press it. That's why one of my biggest questions is, how did we get here? What caused this? Who for what reason did my love not be efficient enough to keep you from getting there? And without that conversation of maturity, it's gonna happen again and again, and you get that
and for us to put God first.
Valid,
y'all,
all right, Big Frank, that is right. I agree. I agree in a lot of these situations, but as people who are on Earth and and not always correct, it gets tough. It gets tough.
Thank you.
But you do sometimes you want somebody to feel a certain way because they made you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
So, and it just doesn't have to be in the cheating standpoint. You know, if you break my trust, I want you to know how it felt.
And I think we assume that you assume that I don't know. But the truth of the matter is, because I have not just a fling for you, I have love for you. So literally, it hurts me that I broke this with you. I don't want you to think that, I'm out here just out here swinging and that had no repercussions. No. Like, if I truly have, then I'm talking about a love commitment to you, the fact that it's got out of hand, that I found myself there, this is eating me up, number one. Number two, I know I got to come tell you to violate. So I know trust is broken with you. And this hurts me. This is painful. I know this physical act, now mind you, this ain't emotional for me. This physical act for a moment, because I was caught up for whatever the case, this is damaging because I love you and I never want to disappoint you. I've worked for you. I've built this house for you. I brought this family for you. You think I don't want this for us? And we got caught up in a place. And I found myself somewhere I don't want to be. I didn't want to be here, but I got here. And I got here because whether it was like an affirmation or whatever, I got caught up. And I saw fit. Nobody from these streets, not disciples, came out the woodworks. I came to you to tell you that I violated. And that it will be my heart's desire. I just sound passionate, I know. To bring this, to bring this back and to really rectify. I want to rectify because I know I violated. And I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this again. And you're about to tell me that you're going to accept me back, give me the illusion that we're going to a place, and I've cut people off. I made some crazy moves just to be able to tell me that you're about to go back and set us back again because you want to get back at me. We're better off departing at the moment that you can't handle what I've done. Bye. That's crazy. And take that loss with the children, take that loss with us, and the loss of connection. But for you to let my heart to come back and to repair a thing, just to break it, I think that is ridiculous, toxic, foul, and I'm passionate, but I ain't cheated.
That's a good perspective. Good perspective.
Let me just clear up a little thing here that I think is where we're kind of miscommunicating.
Yes.
You said about that you did cut people off, you did this, you did that, and we've been working towards a place, and now you decide to do that. No. I'm saying that if I was in this situation and the person came to me and told that they cheated, and that we're having this conversation and all this stuff in this time period, this is before they start truly cutting people off, because I don't know anybody that's like, yeah, I cheated and I already cut them off and all that. Like, no, that's not realistic because you're still trying to figure out what's going to happen with.
So you telling me I come to you Monday, you cheating Tuesday and Wednesday?
That possible?
No. If that's possible, that means you're already emotionally attached to somebody already.
No, but you keep thinking that if the woman is cheating back, that it has to be emotional. No, if you're telling me that you cheated and we're in this marriage and like I'm upset, we're upset with each other, you're upset with yourself, whatever the case may be. And I personally was like, okay, I know that we're not getting a divorce. I love you. I want to be with you still, but I'm about to teach you a lesson. So I'm about to go out, and now I'm gonna do this, and now we gotta build together because you already took the steps back. And even if you try to say, "Oh well, that's them," like bringing it to the forefront is now taking a step forward. Like no, because now the other person you have
that's still crazy to me because you and your feelings and you mad because I made a decision, and I get it, rightfully so, mad. So now your response is to do what I did to you to go out. So you're gonna just bust open for 2-3 nights. See whoever's gonna jump on the bone and get somebody. Because that's what you told me. Because you told me in the next 3 or 4 days.
I don't know where this is going, guys.
I'm sorry, but
when you close your eyes and hear them, that's I have to agree.
It's a heavy load.
Because okay. But if we was to put it in the same context, right? If the woman is hurt, right? She's hurt and all these different things, and now she's finding solace where she feels is going to be appropriate because that is what has already happened in the relationship. Not, she's jumping on all these bones. Not, it's super malicious. It's not like that. It's simply I want to understand where you came from. You cheated, and now I'm cheating, and now we are. We both cheat on each other. Where are we going from here? That's how I'm taking it.
I'm just going to assume. The reason here is, why did I cheat? And that's the important factor. Because I'm just cheating just because she looked good, she was hot, and I want to jump on it. Whatever. That's my motivation. No. What happened? How did we get here? And you're not having that conversation. That's a driving force for me. Because if it's something that I can fix or repair, I'd rather fix and repair. Don't fix, repair, then cheat.
Yeah,
Frank, I think we need some music.
No, I'm sorry, but y'all remember the girlfriends episode?
Which one?
Where
Joan
Tony cheated on Greg, and then they got back together, only for Greg to cheat and have her walk in on it.
I see. I remember that.
Yeah, it's just that's what Frank is saying. Like, wait a minute, we repaired it. We came back together only for you to just blow it up.
But that's why I said this is
stay away.
This is prior to the repairing. This is still in this is the crossfire right now.
But I see what he's saying. Just if that's what it's gonna be, just let it be. Don't say we're good only to do that. Just let it be.
Let it separate. You do your thing, I do mine.
Yeah, just let it be.
Okay.
It's been a deep
I
conversation
know,
about
right?
cheating. The bottom line is don't cheat.
Don't cheat.
Because
Don't cheat.
it's gonna
Yes.
get messy either way. It's gonna get physically messy, emotional messy. It's gonna get messy. So just don't cheat, people. Like, just don't do it, because I got a pistol. But don't do it. Just don't do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Would you rather be cheating or would you rather get shot?
Like,
No,
pick. You make the choice.
I'm
You make the
screaming out, you'd
choice.
rather get shot.
He rather get shot.
You can take the wound, but you can't. Yeah.
All right, Big Frank. Let's hit on with some music, 'cause we need to clear the air. This is deep up in here.
Nice.
Is here?
Yeah, it's on you.
I gotta bring them there. All right, guys, we are back. Fatima Fridays is in the building, and y'all already know it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. And we are here with the Buffalo Urban League Young Professionals President, Mark Overall. And we have just went into like a deep discussion about cheating.
Yeah,
it kind of got out of hand, but it's okay. We came to the fact that don't cheat. That's just the bottom line. Don't cheat. But we do have a Dear Auntie letter. And this is, me being a parent, this one kind of touched home for me. So here we go. Dear Auntie, I am a single mother of 2. I moved out of my home state about 6 years ago. My kids are a little older now. They are 17 and 14. I started dating about a year ago. At this time, I have a few different gentlemen that I am interested in, but they all have kids. Unfortunately, I want to marry a man with no children. Am I being silly or am I being silly and selfish? Sincerely, mom of 2.
You're wrong.
What y'all feel about this?
Oh boy,
I can understand her. I can understand.
This isn't my show. Y'all go ahead.
I have 2 children, and if I
If you do it again,
Waiting to exhale, right?
Yeah. Guy with no children.
valid.
Honestly.
Why?
Because
You have children.
I get it.
Wait, but
I
aren't
do.
yours? No, you got it small. One, you say one of yours was small. You said one of yours was small. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, I'm screaming.
So my son is 22 years old. He can be a young professional.
He can't.
And
You really need to let that go.
and my daughter is 14. Their father passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So I didn't think, of course, that I would ever have to find another mate. But I would like to date, I think, sometime, maybe.
Yeah, you said you had a boyfriend.
I did not say I have a boyfriend.
You didn't say that early in the show?
Yeah, but she was talking in past.
Oh, okay. Because I know I heard that, but okay.
No, I didn't say my boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. I'm a single lady.
I'm just telling you what you said.
Because we do.
No, but anyways, I am single. So would I date a man with children? Yes. Would I prefer them not have children? Yes.
Why?
Just because I think it makes things easier to not have children, because when you have children, you have to deal with the other. So my spouse or my ex-spouse, he's gone. You don't have to deal with him. So that won't bring up any issues about the other person.
Oh, so if his child's mom is dead, you're fine. That's basically what you're saying. It doesn't say, you said if I don't have to, you don't have to deal with the other. So if she's also dead, then
I was the baby mama. I don't want to deal with baby mamas. I don't want to deal with baby mamas. And then what if you got 2 baby mamas?
Or what if he was happily married and they got divorced?
Then that's different. I would rather not, but that's still different. And I know people are side-eyeing me, and that sounds so crazy because it is crazy. It really, really is crazy. When I really think about it, I'm like, Fatima, that's stupid. That's crazy. But
and yet, right?
And here I am.
And yet.
Am I single? Yes. Am I willing to date a man with children? Yes. He has to be phenomenal. Because listen, I was a baby mama, so I know what they be going through. You know what I'm saying? I know what they be doing. I know the slicks, the slides. I know it all.
What does that mean?
Some baby mothers don't be like that.
But if you're not together, then
it doesn't matter. They still be having these feelings, and I get it because I had feelings at one point. I get it. Baby mothers can be problems. They can be problems. It just is. Do you agree? I mean, y'all looking at me like I'm the evil one.
Here's what I said. I said, and I feel pretty strong in this response, because I have dated guys that had kids and I don't have any children. So it's just like, for me, I agree. The baby mamas can be, they could be, situations.
Somebody said I'm being delusional.
I don't think you're being delusional, but I personally was like, I felt like that, and this kind of disagrees just a little bit, but I did feel like, single people who don't have kids should date other people who don't have kids, and people who have kids should date people who have kids. And the reason why I say that is just because you can relate more. Like, I don't understand what it's like, having children. Like, I don't understand what it's like that you have to get up, you have to do this, you have to do that. Like, I don't operate that way because I don't have kids. So to me, it's like when I date somebody, I want that same effect. But I do understand what you're saying about it being easier because then you don't have to deal with any other drama that they may bring.
That brings to the table.
Yeah,
That
so I
drama
get
that's
it.
coming to the table, I don't
Yeah,
want.
I get it. But personally, I just feel like, um, I feel like also too, if you are like, I feel like the guy will be more understanding because they have kids. So it's like, if
I
you
agree.
can't go and do certain things, or you have to go to this event or that event, he will be more understanding because he also has kids, so he knows what that's like. So that's kind of where I'm like, if as a person who don't, they may not. But then again, you could meet a guy who don't have kids, who wants to have kids, but he can't physically have kids. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't want
come
that
with
either.
me with you won't have kids. You might,
I think the person in the letter is just in the wrong batting range. Okay, you get out. If everybody talking to you, everything you talking to got kids, you want kids, why you talking to them? Why are you wasting your time? Get up out of it. Move on. How old are your children? Number one.
He said 14 and 17.
14, 17? That's already a task already for the man to come in and deal with. Do we won't choose the question? But
Oh my God.
That
valid.
really is the
I'm
question.
damaged.
No, because it's a
No,
yeah.
I mean, you're a package though.
Valid. No,
You're-
for sure.
You're a
Definitely
package. You're a package, and and I don't want to get too contentious,
Yeah,
but
be careful.
I remember this was kind of the topic on the Kevin Samuels episode, and he said, well, God rest his soul. But what I'm saying is like, and he said, well, before you talking about all of this and what this man that you want him to be this and that, so you should first get a man that's comfortable with you being divorced twice with 2 kids, like, because that right there at a base can be a difficult task.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So to Frank's point, he said, "Do we want you?" Is a question. Like I've tried several times. I've been in relationships with women with kids. I think if the woman is amazing, it's not that big of a deal. But I think that sometimes there's this thing where it's like, well, I need you to feel for my kids the way that I do, and I can't. Like it's I just can't.
And then you also lose in that too, because when I've been community dads. I've been Uncle Frank for a little bit prior to marriage. So I've been there, and then you grow attachment to the woman. You got feelings for her, and you're gonna love what she's connected to. So I love your kids,
Right.
connected to them. But now that we don't work out, I leave this with a lost family. Granted, you gonna still have your kids in you. No, I lost your connection to you, your mama, and these kids. I'm not just mourning. Oh, we broke up. That little man was my guy. Like that, it felt good walking to the store with my little man, going out to play. Oh, I was down for that. So it's like, do I want to take that risk with that? And that's something you just got to consider. And some people can. And so I won't say that it's a lost cause for anybody, but you got to know what you want and count the cost of what that comes with. And
But I would say it works both ways because I feel the same. Like the person that I dated who had kids had a lot and multiple different baby mamas. Yeah, this was when I was really, really young. I was just going to college. It was a mess.
Okay.
And this person
where's
was
this going?
just
I don't have any kids,
a
by the way.
tough situation. But yeah, no. So like with that situation with that person, it's like dealing with his baby mamas. One of them, me and her was like, I don't even want to tell you how close it was because the younger be like, "You're a mess." Nothing like that. So, but the other baby mama, she hated me, like hated my guts and soul.
Because she still wanted the guy,
right? And then he was playing games. And so it just causes all this trauma and all this mess for everybody. But even if I met a guy who was married, and then got a divorce and has kids and stuff like that, like I still just, because I just personally, I'm not ready to be
Mhm.
stepmom. Like I'm not ready to.
But what if you
You
don't
know,
have to be like so? What if you don't have to be a stepmom or a stepdad? You just
But to me,
dating the woman.
that's not realistic because
It's
at
not.
some
Unless
point
they're
the
like
kids are gonna
adults.
come. The kids are gonna come into play at some point. You know what I'm saying? If something like, for example, right? If I'm dating this man and he has children and one of the kids has to go like to the emergency room, you know, something happened to them. How ignorant would it be if I was just like, I don't care, like that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm being mean, but it's just like I don't feel them, like I don't have no attachments to them. I don't feel no kind of. I feel bad. You know, it sucks that they're in the hospital, but that's y'all. You know what I mean? That's not comforting. That's not as a partner. If I'm with a man and I was to say that to him, I would hope he would not want nothing to do with me because I don't care like about his kids like that. So you would, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to deal
Things
with
that
like.
women can get away with saying.
Right.
Boy, I was about to say,
So
man, if a
I
man
just.
said something like that, he would be dragged. Ooh.
But I'm just saying, like, it's just, you know, that's kind of how I think about it.
Mhm.
And as opposed to like, if I was to be with somebody who had kids and in that situation, like I have to be there. You know, I got to be there to support him. I got to be there to support the kids. Like, I just couldn't imagine being in a relationship with somebody and not loving their children as like I love the parent, you know. So that's why I say that way because I'm not ready for that, and I would never want to be.
And it's a task because one young lady I was talking to, I was stepdaddy into both of them kids, and his dad came out of jail. Dad came from jail, and he wasn't coming to the house, but he was across the street, and the boy just heard.
He moved across the street.
So just he across the street. I don't know where he was at, but then her son just like started acting crazy once he found out like his dad was out, and the boy just got wild and ran downstairs and ran across the street. And I was in the door, and then the mom ran out there, got real ghetto with him. I'm in the doorway holding the other baby in my hand. I looked at the boy. I looked at her, I said, "Oh yeah, I don't do this. This ain't for me." And that was it. I ended the relationship. It was over. But that little kid was just he's crew faced me. Crew, that was my guy. And it's like, dang, because that we're not doing ghetto like that.
Yeah.
I just can't. No.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
But
the
yeah, it's
whole dating. Oh God, I guess maybe I am a little delusional because number one, I'm 44 years old. Because I gotta remember. I'm 44 years old. I have 2 children, and I'm single, and that's something in itself to even try to maneuver. Like that's like I'm just learning how to be single again.
But,
so I don't, you know. But what I guess I would if I'm dating, I would have to probably date guys with kids because
I feel like it would be one of those situations where you will want to, if you found a guy that didn't have kids. Number one. See,
it'd be like a unicorn.
Yeah, but also too, like learning who they are, and then you got to figure out when is going to be the appropriate time for him to meet you. Yeah, and then on top of that, now this is just from speaking from experience, and then my mom being younger and dating. You know, you have a teenage daughter, and that's a whole other. You know what I'm saying? And personally, I just wouldn't feel comfortable like if
that's why
that's a lot.
A man to my house.
Yeah, because now, you know, she has to be, she has to do certain things and be uncomfortable, but this is her home. And it's not like he is a perv or anything, but just he's an outside man. Right. He could be a perv, you know what I'm saying? But he's just an outside man. And now, you know, it just creates a mess. So I think it would be better to date somebody that has kids because they can understand, like a guy who also has a teenage daughter. Those 2 teenage girls could become really good friends, like, and that could be the start to something beautiful. And then he understands.
I think I changed my mind again. No, I'm just kidding. I'm single.
You need to just date first. Yes, healing.
I'm in my healing.
Date. Figure out what you like.
What does that mean, though?
What is healing?
No, when you say you just need to just date and just figure out, what does that mean? Like,
well, I don't want to put all your business out there.
But no, I'm talking about. I'm asking what you meant.
Oh, what? Okay, so I'm just saying, as far as just dating, like talking to different people and getting to know them.
Yeah, okay, not just like letting don't spend money on you, copious amounts of money.
No.
Right.
No. I define dating like you're dating, talking talking like this person has interest in you. I have
Okay.
interest in you, but we're not exclusive at all. I don't really know you, so we're just kind of dating. We're just talking. Yeah, that's my. So that's how I feel about that. Is just I would date, talk to people. If it starts dates, actual physical dates, yeah, because you don't even know what you like.
Right.
What if you meet a tall Arabian man? I don't know if you like Arabian men, but yeah, you are hilarious.
I don't know. I don't know. I've
yeah.
never dated outside of my race, so I don't know if I like Arabian.
Yeah, how'd you land on that? A tall Arabian man.
Honestly, I just was trying to
I know, right?
Yeah.
This is so funny, man.
Yeah, Frank is hilarious.
Yes, Frank is definitely hilarious. But guys, it is time
Yes.
to go.
This was something.
This is something. He said this was something. I hope you enjoyed the time at Fatima Fridays.
Yes.
Because it's
a party, it's a party, it's a party.
Okay, with the church run. All right.
Right.